this thing cut off and I didn't get to tell you, but there's a wall. There's like a cemented like stone wall. The stones probably look different, but there's a wall area, and it's near all these dead bodies, and it looks just like this. I try to keep it just right, and I waited until the see how the stickers are coming off? See on that thing, the stickery parts are coming off. I waited till it was coming off because that looks just like the area. It looks like that, and there's a bunch of bodies, and I'm just trying to help investigators. A lot of investigators, they come poking around my area because I'm connected to everything as one of the biggest victims that sat in the corner of a house for a long time, connected to all these dead bodies. And people wonder about me, so they come poking around. And my yard is connected to a bunch of things that would remind an investigator of a crime scene that they've already been around, and maybe they didn't see the bodies, or they didn't know there were bodies near the area that they were, because often the crime scenes, from my nightmare, the crime scenes are not the same as where they were murdered at, or the crime where they were murdered at. The crime scene where they were murdered at, sorry, is often not where the bodies are. The bodies are all put somewhere else. Now, see, this is a little girl did this, and she was being severely abused. So it's a painted face, all destroyed. See how the face is all destroyed? It was a little girl being abused so badly that she was so destroyed on the inside that this was a reflection of how she felt. And she put this mask on it because that's what she felt like, was somebody trying to hide all the abuse. They ended up killing her. But these murderers did horrifying things to her for a long time. And then she died. Now, the crime scene, though, see, the little girl she made that sad face. But the crime scene actually looks more like this. And it's a crime scene of a trailer that's similar to this trailer. So yes, I picked a trailer too that was similar to a lot of the dead bodies, a lot of the crime scenes. And it looks real similar to this area. And it's connected to really sad deaths where families, and this is where it gets kind of sad and gross, families were killing their children together. And see, when the family kills the children, there are no witnesses, and no one ever reports that the child doesn't exist. So sometimes they act like they move or something, and that's why the child doesn't go to school in that school anymore, and no one's ever looking for the dead body. So it's actually really tragic. So I post a lot of things, or I worked hard to make even the little stickers, the stickers falling apart. Everything is about victims, the dead bodies, the crime scenes. See even this table, it's got a burn reality. There's a crime scene area where there's a table just like this, and the victim was being drugged and poisoned so excessively that they couldn't do things right, and things were getting ruined all the time. And then see, there's a crime scene area, or there's a trailer where they murdered their child, and it looks like this. The door has these things on it. And then as you come into the trailer, I have the Christmassy stuff. You've seen this before. It's the Christmassy area where I've put music, or I cried about humanity ruining Alexa so that God couldn't talk. So that God couldn't talk to humanity.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Alexa off.
Take a look at the help section in your Alexa app.
Alexa off. Man, I gotta remember not to say that word. Well, I told you a lot about other things, and I was looking at this. This is similar. This is similar to what a baby kept right by their area. There was a baby. The baby was only like, I don't know, 10 years old, I think. And the baby kept this near their sleeping area because it brought them comfort. This was because my daddy, who's a higher God, would show up in the picture and play with him and talk to him, and he thought it was so cool, and it brought him a lot of comfort to go to bed and feel safe. And the tree was from Daddy, God Almighty, making him feel close to Christmas and beautiful things. And this was similar, not the same. He had like an Eastery thing too, because God Almighty, it reminded him of God Almighty. And that child died. So the bedroom still looks like this. And the child is dead right like just feet down from the bedroom. So I keep it this way in case any investigator would care. Then this is my little shrine. It has nothing to do with anything except the cry to God and the cry to every God for the victims. So every little piece is connected to victims. See the plate? The plate is every victim that wanted to celebrate God's little baby girl becoming the queen. And this one, this little one where I'm already the queen, this cup was every victim that wanted to celebrate that every God is so in love with their everything. This is the cup of the victims where they like to enjoy that the Santa Claus reminded them of God Almighty, because that's actually a look that my daddy God Almighty likes to show up in. And then see, this is when they just like to be in love with Jesus. And these were little trinkets that the victims always liked. And this is like a shrine of my anger and hate and pain and outrage to the gods, but it's all pieces of the victims. That way, when investigators come by, they will always be looking, and they will always be caring, and they will always be putting stuff together. An investigator that truly loves their victim is their life, and that justice is everything. And making sure the world knows the truth about what happened to them, it means everything. So if investigators just come into my area, all the answers are here. And it leads all the investigators to the truth and all the dead bodies and everything, because I'd already know everything as God's daughter. And that's all I'm doing. And that is why I have a yard and a trailer like this. And somebody wanted me to just tell you guys because they thought it would be cool. But I decided to put it out there when my yard was just perfect, so that it would actually help investigators that actually don't even have to come here to know what I was trying to say or do. And there's more, but right now that's all. Thank you. Have a great day. I love my brother. I love my daddy. And I'm so grateful that I am the everything of a bunch of gods. I won the lottery the day I was born. Amen. I hope to be able to shower you with beautiful things. I hope to find out that God's proud of you. Have a great day.